I want to know more about that cave entrance.
I mean, might need a hazmat suit, sounds like. But,
Yeah, maybe. People are the worst.
I mean, if it was a stadium or even a theater, like with the way the acoustics work.
But that's just for that. But that's just for that one spot and like facing away from the what would be the field or whatever, right?
Yeah. It's a little weird with everything going on here.
There's a lot of craziness going on in Lake Titicaca, y'all.
Not wrong. All right. So I'm going to bring up this one real quick. So this one gets a little weird. There is a random archway with a door that doesn't actually go anywhere, just carved into this random cliff face. Hayumarca is a majestic yet rugged mountain range along the shores of Lake Titicaca. Accidentally discovered in 1996, a gigantic doorway hides within the deep crevices of the stunning red rocks. Among the locals, this virtually unknown Inca site is referred to as Amaru Maru, the original name all but lost in history, which is why you will find many people actually calling this Aramu Maru. God, I can't speak today. Quite confusing if you ask me. Yeah, okay. Don't need your 2 cents on that. Don't need your 2 cents. It's a hike up there, to say the least. And this is pretty much what you see when you get there. But this is the doorway. It's roughly 7 meters high and about that wide. Giant funnels frame the doorway to each site, while the actual door is large enough to fit an average-sized human. A small circular recess is visible about the height of your belly button, while others seem to be made to fit your hands. So it's got some weirdness in that human door frame right there. And so you can kind of see what they're talking about there. Are you ready to go off the rails with this one?
Sure.
All right. We'll find out if this stream can stay alive or not. Let's catch up on chat before we watch the video. All right.
That thing's weird.
Let's see.
A lot of Egyptian hate in the chat.
I mean, if it's Egyptian hate, I can't complain. All right.
40 years is a long time.
Not long enough. Grand Canyon has many hidden mysteries from Mistress Meg. Covered up by the Smithsonian and the government. We did that. Carlbot is spurging.
Yeah, I was getting a bunch of notifications.
I'll deal with it after the show.
That's why I didn't bring it up.
Words. What are they good for? Sorry, the song by War stuck in my head.
Nice.
Nandor coming in to finish the song. Oh, nice. Someone made Lake Titicaca Wonder in Civ 5 Workshop on Steam. Nerd. I haven't played Civ since 3. Barbara, I prefer alpacas.
They are a lot cuter. This is Valhalla wants alpacas. Bad. Real bad.
Let's see. XCOM are doing ChatGPT stuff. It's free dive. Excomber coming in, or the local cattle auction spot.
I saw that. That's good.
Blandress religious gathering. Let's see. Nandor people fought for entertainment.
Llamas are
See that
big.
now.
Llamas are big, y'all.
I kind of want to see that now.
Also, that's not realistic. They were valuable. They were like the only thing they had in South America as far as beasts of burden. That was the only. They would have been very, very valuable.
Oh, can we do a show where you fight a llama?
I mean, you got to buy the llama.
Okay. You think that's going to stop me?
They're big. Llamas are real big. They're like 400 or 500 pounds at least, I think.
Oh, yeah, they're not small at all.
They might be bigger than that.
Let's see. Peru is on my bucket list. Nazca lines are cool. Machu Picchu from Nandor. Yeah.
We're going to get into most of that stuff. Nazca lines are definitely on the list.
Excomber coming in hot. We should trust academia. This is natural occurring lava rocks. The end. Let's see.
Natural formations.
Yeah, natural. Nandor, blood needs to flow somewhere. That's a big channel. That'd be a lot of blood. Blandress saying the same thing. Sacrifice of blood draining. Excomber is just a meat factory. The humankind.
Yikes.
Let's see. Richard coming in was built by ancient concreticians. Have all the answers, I tell you. I don't think anybody has the answers.
No, none of us do.
Let's see. Yeah, Blandress coming in. There are plenty of harder rocks that could chisel that material around. Yeah, I have zero issues with the chisel on this site at all.
No, it wouldn't be all that difficult.
Richard, as far as a Western warfare, it was common for families and more to have picnics and whatnot and watch from the sidelines. Yeah, even ancient civilizations, the baggage trains, they'd have families, children. I won't go too far into that, but there are many accounts of a side losing a battle so bad that the entire families are wiped out.
I know that
in the battle.
I know that like the Aztecs had some games that were like similar to like soccer or basketball even.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about further south, but I know that they used to have like big organized games and such.
Let's see. Richard says, live in Colorado, so this is kind of meh for me. Carving into red rock seemed a hell of a lot more impressive. Let's see.
It's a lot harder.
Yeah. Nandor coming in with some religious subcontext here. I think it's odd that the legend says the god of the sun cried for 40 days and 40 nights, creating Lake Titicaca. 40 days and 40 nights of rain occurs in a lot of cultures. Yeah. I think I might end up doing a 3-part episode on biblical Judaic stuff. I don't know if you've seen how big that
No, I haven't looked.
That topic's gotten.
Getting a little out of control.
Yeah.
That's reference material.
Oh, bye, Jess.
We appreciate you, babes.
Looks like they're starting to talk about the balloons.
Apparently, they popped another one.
Yeah. We're going to avoid that subject for right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to FBI open the door. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see if this works. I left that in there just for you.
800 miles southeast
Appreciate it.
of Peru, near the shores of Lake Titicaca, is a site that has mystified visitors from around the world. Shamans still come to perform rituals and offer prayers at the rock wall on this high plateau, as they have done for generation after generation.
So I think we know where I got this from, but it was interesting, and it gives it a 180 spin.
It is known as Puerta de Hayumarca, or Gate of the Gods.
That's not what you called it.
It's quite baffling.
No, the article I pulled up had a little bit different take, but there's a lot of we'll say self-interjection on what they wanted to call it.
Here is this giant doorway carved into solid rock. And it appears to be a gateway, but it doesn't.
It's literally in the middle of nowhere at 14,000 feet. Yet that rock, as clear as you can see, has a gigantic rectangle carved out of it, cut.
That guy's awesome.
He is awesome. But yeah, no, I mean, this, like, I'm sure they'll show a person for scale, but this thing is massive for just a random door that goes nowhere and does nothing.
Out of it. And in the center of that rectangle at the bottom, there is something that looks like a door.
The Peruvian natives actually referred to this as the Gate of the Gods. But why would you make a doorway to basically rocks that didn't let you go anywhere? There has to be some way to get through that doorway.
According to Inca legend, the first priest king.
So, yeah, kind of what I've already said a couple times. It's a doorway that goes nowhere. And with as much crazy different architecture and how short they're saying the timeline is for this area, I have zero doubts that something else happened, and it's probably, I would say myself, 3,000 to 5,000 years old for most of it.
Maru Muru is said to have traveled through this portal using a special object to activate the doorway, turning this solid rock into what's known as a stargate.
According to
A Stargate?
I mean, they'll offer me something else.
I got nothing else, man. It could be.
And I know it was on the other pictures. This thing isn't incredibly thick. It's like the rocks jut straight up. So it's not like they were carving it out to get through because they could just walk around it. It wasn't going. No way it was going to be used for a structure. Like, it is literally just there in that rock face for no other reason than to exist.
Some kind of ceremonial decoration. I don't know.
legend, this Stargate was activated by the help of a golden disc. And this golden disc fell from the sky.
The story goes that the first priest king of the Incas took a golden disc up to this Gate of the Gods, stuck it in a special recessed area, and this interdimensional door.
Yeah, so perfect size for a person. And don't forget, it has the two handles and then that groove right in the middle, right where his stomach would be. It's weird, man.
It is a weird one.
Opened up, and he passed through it, never to be seen again. The shaman that were there, that watched it, that witnessed the whole thing and reported on it, and basically told that that was exactly what happened.
Archaeologists who have examined the Gate of the Gods have discovered a small circular depression in the center of the doorway. Some people have speculated that this depression was perhaps where the golden disc was placed.
It really is out of the movies. This device is
So it's just it gets so weird. For
That's
like it goes 0 to 100 like real quick.
that's pretty weird.
And the more you ask, the weirder it gets. And like I feel like we need to do a series of this whole mountain range with all the craziness that goes on it.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot.
said to have been made of gold and of various other precious objects. And whoever had it could come near the site and somehow be able to operate it. And then there would either be contact with the gods or the gods would come to them.
And we're all led to believe, oh, it's all coincidence, it's all just fantasy. Rubbish. Something happened, and in the case of the Stargate, it is possible that this sun disk had some type of an extraterrestrial connection. And
that's kind of where I'm out of that one. It's weird.
Weird one.
That's the
It's a
same
weird
thing I
one.
said last week. There's always some moron that leaves a bag somewhere.
Mighty showed up. Mighty's here. Hello, Mighty. Aussie's in chat. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Aussie.
Oh,
Aussie.
that one doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
No, and just here. Where is it? Richard, though I'd still bet on that being a support structure for something that isn't here anymore. If there were grooves or something that held up timbers or something like that, I could definitely see that. But it's a door frame carved out with a human-sized slot in it. It's weird.
It is super weird.
I'm just, with the way this area is all set up, there's just so much weird stuff in there. It's hard to say, and it's any one thing.
Well, plus due to time, like